Alright, so part one. The big elephant in the room. Ferguson, Missouri. Wow. I've been listening pretty much ever since the day it hit the news. Every day listening a little bit here and there, and been hearing a lot of opinions, a lot of conjecture. Facts were very slow to come out. Now that they are starting to come out, you got a lot of people wanting to deny some things here. So anybody that really knows me knows that I typically say what's on my mind. I mean what I say what I mean. I don't filter a whole lot, so I'm just gonna tell you. I'm gonna put it to you straight. Some of it's fact you can find, very little conjecture, and I will throw in a little bit of my own opinion. So just be fair warned. 18 years old, Michael Brown. We know from surveillance videos that he had just very brazenly strong-arm robbed a convenience store clerk. Now, Michael Brown has been portrayed as an innocent child, and you know, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Michael Brown was a young man that had a mother and father. His mother and father now have to bury him whenever the state and county so desires to release the body. They now have to go through the trauma of burying their child. No matter what a shithead he might have been, that boy's mama has to bury him. So let's keep that in mind, first of all, that a mother and a father lost one of their children because of choices that were made by him as well as the officer in question, Darren Wilson. So first of all, I would like to say my heart goes out to that boy's mama and daddy, first of all. Let's just be realistic. Second of all, I do feel sorry for Darren Wilson. He made a decision under duress and took another human being's life to save his own. Now, some of y'all may be all twisted up because I said that, but I'm being honest. Michael Brown just proved himself on video to not be such an upstanding, cute, quiet little young man on his way to college. He was a goddamn thug. Shoved a store clerk around, stole cigars. Fucking cigars. Jesus Christ, man. Cigars. Yeah, I'm digging in my little cubby hole up here. Bear with me for a second. This young man, and yeah, I'm calling him a man, lost his life over this. Now look at that. $1.29. Now me personally, I ain't finna get shot down over something I can spend $1.30 fucking cents over. Second of all, I ain't finna steal it. I don't give a fuck what I'm trying to prove. That's stupid. But now you stole some fucking cigars and you strutting down the middle of the street like a little banty rooster, a little punk ass. And the cop comes along and tells you to get your ass out of the street. So what do? Because you're a little punk ass, you swell up and tell him to go fuck himself. Oh, I can only imagine what the conversation was between these two. The only person that really knows is Officer Wilson, Michael Brown, and that other little clown ass punk, Darian fucking something. We're just gonna call him dipshit Darian for right now. So when the officer tries to tell you to get out of the goddamn street, and you tell him to go fuck himself. Well, during the few seconds that expired here, apparently there was some concern or some notification that the robbery had just happened. I'm assuming that Officer Wilson got a call, got a description. He realizes in a split moment that the perpetrator's standing right there in front of him. So he tells him, stop. He opens up the door to try and get out of, exit his vehicle to put himself in a better position to do something. He then gets rushed, gets his face smashed in while innocent little Michael Brown goes for the weapon. Now I'm gonna tell you from personal experience, I've had both of my orbital sockets blown out, both fractured, separate times, but both of them have happened. I know from personal experience, when you get someone's fist planted in your eye socket and it busts that orbit, you can't see. Everybody wants to raise hell about, you know, oh, he shot him 6 times. Okay. Law enforcement training will tell you that you know, one of the things they're going to focus on is the 21-foot rule. An officer who has a weapon holstered and a perpetrator's 21 feet away from him, 21 to 35 feet away, that perpetrator can close that distance and be on you. I don't care how fast you are. They can be on you physically before you can get your weapon drawn. So let's back up again. Michael Brown rushes in the vehicle, punches the officer in the face at least once, possibly more than that, gets away. The weapon is discharged in the car. Now, any of you that fire weapons know that they're loud. Combine that situation with being in an enclosed vehicle. So not only did Officer Wilson have a vision problem, he also probably couldn't hear anything either. So once Michael Brown gets away, runs down the street a little ways, him and the other little dipshit Darian, they figure, you know, oh, well, we're gonna get away, we're gonna take off now. No, Michael Brown, his little thuggish mentality, turns around taunting the officer. Fuck you gonna do? You gonna shoot me? Me personally, the store clerk should have shot his ass. When he put his hands on the store clerk should have shot him. But he didn't. So instead of just walking away, after you done rush the officer, try to disarm him, the gun goes off in the vehicle, you break the man's eye socket, you're gonna run off, you know, 100 feet down the road, and then you're gonna stop like a smart ass, turn around and start taunting the man. If you'd have just kept your ass running, your dumb ass probably would have been alive right now. You'd have been facing several felony offenses, but your idiot ass would have been alive. But no, you gotta be a thug and go running back on the man. So now you have an officer that has found himself in a position where a 6'4", 300-pound man is running at him. He probably can barely see out of one eye. I doubt he can hear very well. What would you do? What would you do? So now you've got Asshead, Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, the biggest race-baiting motherfucking piece of shit of them all, Eric fucking Holder, down there. Obama's talking. All this shit's going on. Over what? What? Rioting, looting, burning the fucking convenience store down, throwing rocks at the police. Shit like that is exactly why we have race issues in this country. Yeah. And motherfuckers like Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton and Eric Holder and Obama himself are the reason why the race issues in this country continue. I said it. I said it. Be mad at me if you want to, but it's the truth. Eric Holder did not need to make the statement of I am now in Ferguson, Missouri, not only as the Attorney General, but as a black man. Did any of us need you to tell us you're a man? Or a black man for that matter? You dumb son of a bitch. As a nation, we're a nation of cowards when it comes to race. No. It's 2014, you stupid ass. Lincoln freed the fucking slaves how many years ago? Martin Luther King marched how many years ago? Stop already with this race bullshit. But no, as long as you got people like Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, Eric Holder, and Obama around, there'll always be a race issue. Always. So believe me when I tell you, this shit's far from over in Ferguson. Far from over. Might be seeming like it's calming down a little bit right now, but trust me when I tell you, this shit's far from over. And I'm going to tie in a little bit later when I talk about something else with why I tell you it's far from over. Again, I want to have a little bit of respect, just a little bit, for Michael Brown's mama and daddy. Only because they lost their child. I have zero respect for Michael Brown. I have zero respect for Ron Johnson. I have zero respect for Sharpton, Jackson, Holder, Obama, and any of the rest of you ignorant motherfuckers that want to keep stirring the race pot and keep this shit going. Y'all are stupid. Quit it. Now I'll be back in a minute with my next point.